I happen to love your husband. I think he's phenomenal. If anybody doesn't know, she's recently married in November. Congratulations.
Thank you. Can you believe I got someone to handle this forever?
Yeah.
It's a job, guys.
Yeah.
Thank God he has two hands.
How many fans of The Voice here? How many
You
people
watch The
know
Voice?
that her husband, Jay, was on The Voice, right?
Yeah, Jay Allen, everybody.
It's awesome. I was so surprised when I was watching. Jake always makes fun of me for watching, these
Do you
reality
watch it
shows.
regularly?
Oh,
Not regularly. He's sitting there with popcorn when the show comes on broadcast. He doesn't watch it later. He watches it while it's airing.
I am.
I see how this
Yeah,
works.
that and American Idol. Like, I'm stuck on both of them. I love it. But then I saw you, and I'm like, wait a minute, that's Kylie Morgan. And I was like blown away. I was like, whoa. And I love the whole story behind him. In fact, the funny story is that another record label, who he happens to be with, we were walking around together at CRS in Nashville this past March, and I was trying to get him to do the same day as you so we could have a husband and wife duet. We've never had that here.
Oh my gosh.
So I was like,
dang.
if we could make it work, it would be fantastic because we could surprise everybody, but it just didn't work out.
Well,
for
she's
us.
coming back. Let's make
I
it
know.
happen. Yeah.
I mean,
Wait.
I know a guy.
What was that? Next year,
Next
there you
year.
go. Yeah. So
I love that.
it was awesome. So I love
Please
seeing
give
his
us
journey.
any excuse to hang out. We never see each other, so.
We're gonna make that happen.
Please.
Date night
So
for you too.
is that just a joke or for real? You like never?
No. Like we haven't seen each other in like a month, and then we saw each other for the first time. It was like a week and a half ago for 4 hours while we slept.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was like I got home from tour, and then he got back, and then he had a 5 a.m. flight to go play live on the Vineyard,
Right.
in Napa, and then I was finally home for 3 days for the first time in like forever while he was gone, and then he got back, and then I left for tour, so we just like high five in airports, We're just
That's so
we're really
sad.
good
That breaks
at
my
it.
heart.
This marriage is gonna last.
Hey, I will say this: the key to a happy marriage is travel,
Yes.
separate and together.
Right. And it's not here in the States because you're like, I've already been to that city. I ain't going back. I'm going to Rome instead.
No, seriously.
Yeah.
I will never forget one night. I like called him and I was like, "Hey, like, what city are you in?" Cause like I never know what city I'm in, and let alone his. And he's like, "I'm in Pittsburgh tonight," and I was like, "No freaking way, I'm in Pittsburgh tonight." And he was like, "Where are you staying?" And I was like, "Here's the address." He goes, "Babe, you're staying 10 minutes away from me."
Oh.
I was like, "Do you want to come over?"
Like date night.
Call your mom. Can you come over?
Like, "Do you want to sleep over? Like, wanna hang out with me?"
I love that. That's awesome. Well, let's get to know you a little bit better because I mean you've been on a whirlwind. We see you everywhere. And
Thank
like you
you.
said, you're running from airport to airport.
Yes.
You've been on the road with so many great artists. Kip Moore, a couple of years ago, I remember driving to Eugene to see you, and we hung out there for
That
a little
was
bit.
so fun.
It was a great show. You've toured with Maren Morris, Dan and Shay, Brett Eldridge, and so many more. Is there something special that you took away from each one of those artists, or that you're like, I have to remember to do this every single time?
No, absolutely. I'm a sponge, and I just will forever be a learner, and I will take away. I'm just a fan in general of country music. So like every night, I want to watch. Who doesn't want to watch their show, And so I feel like a lot of artists, they tend to like get caught up in their own thing and kind of move on. But I'm over here like a fan and just wanting to see the show.
Sure.
And so I get to see what works, what doesn't, what's on brand for me that I could implement that they do, and it's so fun to me because as I continue to grow, I get to see the statures that they continue to hit, and they're very inspiring to me.
Was there any one of them that really, like for me, I'm watching Dylan, and Jake and I just talked about this. He's got this new floor pedal over here, and Jake's like, that's the same one I bought. So I'm like,
I felt so validated by that.
yeah, right.
You're like, I know what I'm doing.
And so we're excited about it. We're like, well, how do you learn about that? Did somebody like take you in under their wing and say, all right, let me show you the best way to do things? Because I've always been interested in that as far as a musician goes, because I'm into drums, guitars. Jake's into, what's that machine you play?
And, it's too long.
Okay. Anyways.
It's ridiculous to explain.
But we're into that. We're like, ooh, it's like those little things make it so much better. So who took you under their arms and just said,
So
come embrace
there was a lot of self-taught, as in self-fail to figure it out. But one of the very first people I ever wrote a song with when I first moved to first went to Nashville at first time when I was 15 years old, like Guys, I was barely going through puberty. Like, I was like a baby. And one of the very first people that agreed to write with me in Nashville was Walker Hayes.
Oh, wow. Okay,
and
cool.
he took me under his wing, and he brought me out as an opening act on his very first headlining tour. It was the very first tour I'd ever been on. And he showed me the ropes, and he was one of those big brother, like, mentors that I will never forget. And
What a guy to learn from, too.
I know,
Yeah.
right? Like, and what's so cool about him too is I don't know if you guys are Walker fans. I am, but he's been doing this for 24 years.
Yeah,
24
long time.
years. He's had 2 record deals. He's had a ton of publishing deals that have fallen through. He is the definition of perseverance, and that's what's most inspiring to
That's
me.
cool. You took in like one of his other kids. He's got
Literally.
6, you were 7. That's
I'm
great.
like, hi, I'm the 7th. Sign me up.
I heard you talking about one time how you're an artist that can't ever turn it off. Like, it's always an artist thing. For those of us who don't have that seems like, to me, like a little bit of a burden where your brain just grabs onto something. There's nothing you can do about it. Is it? I mean, do you bother by that, or you don't know any other way? But
Well, first of all, I'm jealous of all of you who don't have that brain, because it's a commitment. There is no turning it off. But it's one of those things too where it's so funny. Jay and I were actually we finally got to see each other for the first time, and actually see each other 2 days ago, and we were going through the car wash, and he literally looked at me and he goes, "Sometimes I just get jealous of people like that," and I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And he's like, "That guy worked in the car wash. He gets to go home. He gets to turn it off. He gets to have a beer. He gets to just like be with his family, not think about work." And I was like, "Really, babe? You wanna go sign up for this car wash?" Really? And he's like, "Okay, you get what I'm saying, though." And I'm like, "I do," because there's actually the final song on the debut record that we're putting out this year. It's a song called "Old Me," and the whole idea is it's a letter to my past self and all the things that I have learned thus far. And the second verse is about pretty much me losing sleep at night, and it's because you can never turn it off. But I realize when I get these messages, I actually posted one today, that make me realize why I do music and why I am where I am, because I'm affecting people in a way that I had no idea was possible.
Right.
So I will take, thank you,
Well,
I will take sleepless night after sleepless night to make sure
I will
that
say
people
you have
are
affected Jake too now, because he's got an
there's
issue.
this whole thing. Yeah, should I do it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to hear about this.
She's got a song that's called "If He Wanted to, He Would." And when I first heard that title, I hadn't even heard the song yet. We were playing it in a music meeting we were having, and I was like, "Ah, it's BS. That's not true." I took immediate issue with just the title of the song. "If he wanted to, he would," because it doesn't feel right to me. Because I'm like, I want to go to the gym, but I don't go to the gym if I really. But then I got further into it. I started thinking, well, do I really want to? No, I don't want to go. So it's
As it shows up in his fortune cookie, like
Yeah.
every morning, it shows up on his chest.
chips away at my foundation. Where like, if I want to have cake, I'll go eat cake. That's not a problem for me.
That's not a problem. Like, weird. That's easy for me.
So you're making foundational impacts on me, Kylie. I really
Yes.
appreciate it.
But hey, I even pull myself into that, because I'll be honest, this new tour life we're doing, my workout schedule has been very lame. It's been very low.
Well, if you wanted to, you would.
Exactly.
Tell
Tell that to that 3 a.m. alarm clock to
Yeah.
get that 5 a.m. flight.
Are you still doing yoga like you used to?
No, and
Not
it's
as
so
much,
sad.
because you were actually like training.
Yeah, so fun fact, I'm a certified yoga instructor. Went and did that before everything got crazy, went and got certified in San Diego. And yoga is like kind of my outlet, because I'm severe ADHD. And the only time that I can turn off is when I'm on my yoga mat. And so usually I have time to kind of like at least 10, 20 minutes a day. But I just finished my first headlining tour. I'm still on radio tour. And then we also have radio shows as well as like one-offs. I just can barely breathe.
Right. Well, we're grateful you made time to come visit us today.
Hey, thank God for coffee. That's all
Yeah,
I'm
right.
saying.
Well, there's plenty of coffee shops here in Portland, that's for sure.
We actually found a good one today. What was that one we went to today? Do you remember, Brian?
Dutch Bros or something?
Dutch Bros. Yeah. It was so good.
To hear
It was
somebody say
actually-
that for us is hilarious.
It was so sweet. We went
Starbucks,
up-
have you heard of it?
right? I would be a sin, especially
Oh, that's
here.
hysterical.
No, we went up and we were like, "Hey, this is our first time here," and the guy was just like, "Oh, well, let me just take
First time
take
where?
one off for you, and gave us a free coffee. And
Oh,
I was
that's
like,
cool.
well, now I'm going to say that every time.
Yeah, they do that. My daughter works for Dutch Bros. She's considered a Dutchie, so they do that for certain people. It's very cool. It's very fun.
Well,
It is a cool coffee.
felt very special.
Very
Which,
fun.
by the way, off of that, guys, I want you to think, because if you're going to stick around and meet Kylie later, they're looking for something to do tonight, so come up with some ideas you can tell her in line.
Yeah,
okay?
where to go? Some fun. Real quick, because we want to hear more music. But since you're not really training anymore and yoga like you used to, I want to know, what is your favorite fast food?
Chick-fil-A.
Really? Okay.
We
I'm
only
the
just
girl-
got those.
Oh my God! Literally, I'm the girl that orders the chicken noodle soup at 10 a.m. I'm a weirdo.
Okay. Is it that good?
Chicken noodles.
I didn't
It's
know.
just that
Do they have
good.
chicken noodles?
I don't know they had it there.
They do they?
Okay.
Like I said,
we just got ours, so we're
we've
like
had
excited.
Dutch Brothers a while, but we only just got Chick-fil-A.
No
so
way! Like just now?
when did the first one open? Like
How have you
2
guys
years ago?
survived?
2 or 3 years ago, yeah.
Are you guys mentally okay?
Yes.
we still show up on Sundays not knowing.
Yeah.
Honestly, same. Because I'm like, wait, which Saturday is it for me? I never know.
Sit in the drive-thru and go, hey, come on, let's go.
So I'll talk about this leading into the next song, but I released my new single called Sugar Daddy last week, and I posted this whole post, and I was like, oh my God, 24 hours till the song releases, so excited. I thought it was Wednesday, and it was Thursday, and it turns out it released that night. So everyone's like, hey, just so you know, your song's already out.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
That's the life you're leading.
That's
right
crazy.
now.
Yeah. She's so busy, she doesn't even know that she's coming back to Portland in
Day it is.
November.
I was
She's
like, guys,
coming.
I'm doing the best I can.
And here's the cool thing. She's going to be coming to the Moda Center November 2nd. And this weekend, the Bull is giving away free tickets all weekend long. It's an Old Dominion
First
winning
arena
weekend
tour, baby.
with Kylie Morgan, Kip Moore, and Old Dominion. It's going to be awesome. So what's the keyword time to listen for your free tickets? Anybody?
Wow.
Wow,
That's impressive.
right.
That's impressive.
17.
She's going to win. The rest of you are going to go, what was that time again?
7, 9, 11, 1, 3, 5, and 7, y'all.
That's funny. Ladies and gentlemen, more Kylie Morgan. Let's go.